Anthony.
It's what, James?
It's all good. Go on ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I thought you were saying something there, James.
I'm sure, Danny. I'm sure. Go on ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's show of Mauls, Balls and All the Breakdown. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and we will be sharing this later on Spotify. Tonight, I've got one of our usual suspects, Bishop Len, and of course, the other person you know is our sometimes contributor, James Grennan. Unfortunately, Matt can't be here tonight because he's doing his hair. So that's why he's not available to join us. Len, I will come to you first. Delco 31, Munster 22. What do you make of that match?
Look, wasn't a great game for us, really, to be honest with you. Stop fucking sniggering, fucking Danny, right? Look, we said last week, when you were asking for predictions, I said it would be a tough ask to go over there and get a win. As it turns out, look, Glasgow are top of the table, 8 wins and a drop. But look, it was the second string team that we were going to play, and I did qualify it last week by saying it would all depend on which teams were picked for both clubs. And it was much of a muchness, actually. They had far more internationals away than we did. But the difference for me is a bit with Glasgow and we'll say Leinster. Like Glasgow and Franco Smith are playing. I'll just smirk away to yourselves. Is there a comment to be put up or something?
Yeah, throw up Matt's
well,
comment.
Fucking
Yeah.
put up the comment there. Stop fucking
Danny,
grin
throw up
like
Matt's
fucking
comment,
Cheshire Cats there.
I tell you what, I got 2 comments here now first anyway. Luke Conway and Beth Emery, good evening to the 2 of you.
Even
Matthew J. Boyd. Danny, Munster are pure fucking shite.
Not even
It's funny the way, look,
cursing.
he wouldn't fucking come on and say that. There he is with the fucking behind the little
He's
fucking
waiting.
keyboard
He's waiting
warrior.
on his takeaway.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
He's the curling his hair.
Yeah, cool. He's a back. The most common thing backs have to do is worry about their hair. Okay? Now in Thailand, good evening all. Is the stream not on Facebook? Yeah, it should be alright. It's over on ruckus.ie, so on Facebook, so have a look over there. But Len, you were saying?
Well, I was. He started fucking smirking.
Yeah, it's up there now on Facebook.
Put up the fucking comment.
Yeah, speak to you for a few minutes.
What?
Come on. Len, come on.
Len,
I was rudely interrupted. No.
Come on now, Len. Tell us what you really thought.
Nah, look.
Look,
Franco Smith is there with the Glasgow with a while. And that's a really well fucking drilled Glasgow team. And it ain't just the first team, it's the second team. It's down to the academies. They're all playing the same style of rugby. Very much like Leinster. That's why with Leinster, those lads can come up from, the fringe players and slot in because they're so in tune with the system. After that, it's down to form and individual ability. Munster on the other hand, are in transition. And I'm not sure our first team have actually grasped what Macmillan is doing as of yet. Never mind our fucking fringe players. So it was a bit of a fucking mismatch. Then we had Mark Donnelly in at Loosehead. That chap hasn't played. He's played very fucking little rugby. What else? We had a halfback pairing of Coughlin and Butler. Now look, Coughlin and Butler have played games and Coughlin done very well against Leinster in Croke Park. But they're not our first fucking choice. And, you have to give them a fucking break. Comes to stage, we lost Jaeger on fucking 17 minutes, I should say. So that's our tight head fucking gone. Coombs came on at 46 minutes. You're hoping he's going to replicate what he done the previous week. And he's off fucking 9 minutes later. So, there's 2 huge impact players are gone. We started well. And then Butler had the pass intercepted. Another fucking try. Coughlin got an intercept of his own, which wasn't fucking bad. But the damage was done. It was 28-5 at half time.
Yeah.
Slightly better second half. We had 3 good tries. Dan Kelly's try I thought was fucking unreal.
That's right.
Yeah, first receiver off the back of a scrum and lashed 80 fucking meters down the pitch to score a try. Excellent try. Kilgallen's try was really good as well. And then Gleeson. So, look, on a normal day, you kind of go 4 tries against Glasgow away from home. It wouldn't be a bad day's work, but it was what happened in their intervening minutes. But Tom Wood was delighted to see him get his debut. Now, we come down to the missed touch at the end of the game. When we had a penalty, he didn't find touch. And I've heard a few lads more or less state that Tom Wood lost us the game. Now, quite possibly, if he had found touch, we might have won the game. What's wrong, Danny? What's wrong?
What my problem is you get lads coming in. That was Tom Wood's first. Was his first appearance for Munster at senior level?
Yeah, that was his debut. Yep.
Yeah. So, Jesus Christ, come on, that's first game out here. You go take a few games to kind of get your legs under you, and even then, I'm sure the likes of Sexton, Carter, Wilkinson, every other great attendance or any other attendance play the game. They've missed touch a couple of times at a crucial moment like that.
Like Jack Carty the week before against Leinster.
Yeah. But in fairness, look, lads, I hate to break it to you, and I don't want to piss on anybody's parade that thinks he lost us the game, but we were fucked before that. You know what I mean? He's 19 years of age. He's making his fucking debut. Can you imagine the pressure? It's not even a home game. Maybe it was in Thomond. You know what I mean? You have to be fucking the nerves of that situation. I thought he played pretty damn well, and he did nail a conversion as well up to that. But you can't be putting we're dropping off fucking tackles all over the place. We had 33 missed tackles. All right. I know Glasgow had something fucking 481 post contact meters, where we had a fucking, I can't remember, but there's nowhere fucking near it. They 158 carries to 76 carries from us, double. So, and likewise, Butler and Coughlin were getting fucking grief. But when you're a senior player and you're in the squad years, and you miss touch with a kick, or you have a fucking poor performance, you have missed tackles, you're open to scrutiny and you're open to criticism, which is fair enough. But lads are not at that level yet. Look, maybe in a year's time they have enough game time, and you go, right, these lads aren't progressing. Well, then you move them on. But fucking, they haven't got enough game time underneath their belts, in my opinion, to make that judgment yet. And I think it's a good thing that we're trying them now, and we're trying to build some fucking depth. Now there was a very funny comment on Twitter, or one of those. One lad said that Butler made JJ Hanrahan look like Dan Carter. But again, I think that's actually very unfair, because, as I said, Butler hasn't had nowhere near. This is JJ's third fucking stint back with us, right? Yeah. And Butler has nowhere near that kind of experience under his belt, so you got to give him a chance. But actually, when Dan Carter, I thought, who was very, very good on the night for Glasgow, was Dan Lancaster and fucking Stuart's son. That guy was being accused when he was with Wrestling 92 of being an Epo baby, and I know the fans weren't fucking happy with him at all. But the funny thing is, after Lancaster left, he was stayed there, and he actually performed, and he certainly showed that he's a fucking talent with Glasgow. But look, look, we're out of it. Maybe we could have got more out of it, but look, there was young lads tried out, and there were some mistakes made, but you can't win them all.
Yeah, but sure,
back to the fucking takeaway. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, but sure,
Danny, there's a response in there from Matt's comment by one Pauline Boland. You might throw that one up.
Yeah, that's his mom. I'll be getting that to the minute. But then I'll be honest with you, I think we lost that game more in the first half when we were fighting up and back to
that's what I'm saying. You can't blame it on a fucking kick to touch at the end of it. And you certainly can't blame it on a 19-year-old making a debut.
If there was 1 or 2 points in the game and he made it aims that you might have some bit of leeway, which kind of giving him a bit of slack for it, but still, he's 19, senior debut. Yeah. You say, fine. Mistakes were made. So, get on with it. Pauline Boland, in reply to Matt's comment, the cheek of him, Leinster were no great shakes themselves at times either.
Very
Tell
true.
Paulie.
I wasn't too surprised that Polly was putting her son back in place. Mike Sheedy, Munster team, young guns, great work. Can't win every game. Move on to the next one, which will be
Yep.
for the 3 weeks time. Pauline in here again had a great night in statues despite Munster's performance. That's what we're showing. I think we have another one hopefully planned there soon enough as well. Anyway, the Bishop of a heap of creamy pints makes sense. That's because he's just got the right amount of creamy pints in him.
Just got the right.
Sonia Coke, he got free cake from the Edge. That's what's going on there now.
I did my whole.
Evening, gents and fellow audience members. 3 more sleeps. Not sure if I'm buzzing with anticipation or fear. Probably somewhere in between, Sonia, to be honest with you. And Gregor, evening to you as well. James, I'll come to your thoughts on the Glasgow Munster game from Friday night.
Well, Munster started brilliantly. It was all Munster for the first 10 to 12 minutes. And then it just all went tits up with the intercept try, and before they knew it, they came out all guns blazing. They looked like they were well up for the game. Looked like they were going to make it really tough on Glasgow, and then Glasgow had near a sniff of the ball at all, and all of a sudden they were 14-0 up, and I think that's where the game was won and lost. The Munster heads seemed to drop a little bit for the remainder of the first half. Now, they come out better in the second half. You're right there, Len, and there was a couple of nice tries in it. But I think the damage was done in the first 10, 12 minutes, which is very un-Munster-like to allow that to happen for another team to get in their heads like that and not to claw their way back into it and fight their way back into it. I think Young Woods had a good game for his first time out. I as you say, he's a young lad. He'll be a good prospect in years to come. But tough place to throw him in against the top of the table team first time out. And of course he was a little bit nervous. And even the best of kickers have missed touch from time to time. So I wouldn't be overly critical on him. And the cousin Gleeson got his try as well. So a good fight back, but damage done early doors.
Yeah, James, since I have you there handy now, Zebra 15, Connacht 31, 15-3 at halftime, wasn't it? That Connacht game.
It was 3-0 at halftime.
3-0. Oh, sorry, 3-0 at halftime. Sorry.
It was 3-0 at halftime, and the game lasted 90 minutes. Jesus Christ, I thought it was soccer for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, we won't mention that other code.
Which one?
Yeah, we've said it on here numerous times that if a team goes 40 minutes without scoring points, it's very unlikely that they're going to win. But whatever Stu said to them at halftime, just they came out and they really performed and they were dogged. Now, having said that, in the first half, Zebra's defence was incredible. It was really, really good. There was no way through, and anytime we got through, we were kicked back on our arse. We couldn't. There was making no headway at all. And 3 points, a penalty in it at half time, and then whatever Stu said to them at half time, they came out all guns a-blazing, and then Jesus Christ, it was comical. It was the best 10 minutes of rugby, or the most entertaining 10 minutes of rugby. Maybe not the best 10 minutes, but the most entertaining 10 minutes of rugby at the very end, where Zebre were going for the losing bonus point, and Connacht were going for the bonus point and the fives, the win and the 5 points. At one stage, I thought it was game over. It looked like a knock on, but it went off the ref, and the ref said, "No, we can't finish on that. This is about 8 minutes in. We can't finish on that. That one came off me. Sorry, lads, I have to go again." And it was phenomenal stuff altogether. And we got the try in the 89th minute, I think it was, that we got the bonus point try and took all 5 points from that. It was entertainment. I really, really enjoyed it. No, the game itself wasn't fucking brilliant, but the last 10 minutes it made it worth it. And if you haven't seen it, and And if there's a clip on YouTube, I must check and see if there is. But it was very entertaining the last 10 minutes,
Yeah.
or the extra 10 minutes, I should say.
Yeah. Comment here as well from Bev and Marie. Hopefully Ben Murphy is okay, but I have to applaud Harry West for standing in at scrum half.
Yeah.
He did amazing.
You did,
He's
Jeff.
showing how versatile he is, but I personally think our best centre pairing is definitely Ford and West. They work so well together and they bounce off each other just right.
Yeah, and Stuart Lancaster mentioned at the post match press conference as well. He said that Harry West jumping in at 9 was showing his versatility, and he was really impressed with that. And a lot of chopping and changing had to be done there, so he was happy with that.
Yeah. Gregor Rask as well. Didn't Connacht have a try disallowed in the first half?
They did. They had to try to slow in the first half, but yeah, it was.
Jack Ainger. There was that. Was there not two? Like there was a try overruled for a knock on in the build up, and for the life of me, I couldn't see any of the camera angles showing the knock on. I don't think anybody else could either. And then Jack Ainger got over.
It was knocked on the ground, like literally the phase just before the try was scored. When the ball was brought back in the ruck on the try line, it came off his hand. It literally went about 5 millimeters forward. Right, it was the correct call. There's no
fair enough. But Jack Ainger then went over the top, and he just came up that fraction short, which I thought it would have been fucking perfect try. So yeah, the 3-0. It wasn't for the fucking want to try that it was 3-0. To be honest with you.
That Jack Ainger one was a little bit harsh, I thought, but look, they had the
so
camera
dry actually, very harsh.
I couldn't, it was look, there's a what's the word I'm looking for, a push on at the moment anyway. I've seen it on a lot of the Connacht programs. I don't know if it's in the other province as well. Respect our game. Respect the ref. Have you seen that come up, lads?
I've seen it pop up a few times. All right, yeah.
Yeah, there's a new initiative there. So I'm going to try and do that and not criticize any refs too much. But we'll see on Thursday night or on Friday night in Thomond Park when I'm roaring my lungs off out of the West Stand. I'll be down there with my daughter cheering on the Ireland 15 versus England A. So I'll see what the ref is up to then. I'll be joined by, I'm assuming, another 50,000 refs from Munster in the stands as well.
Yeah. Before I come to you then, James, about that respect the referee thing, I think criticism is all right as long as it's done in a kind of professional way. It's just like, okay, the referee did this call. I am against it because of this reasoning, but I can see how he made that call. But I have no problem with that. It's just when you're calling the ref that say an idiot, stupid, he should retire, he doesn't belong in the game, he's not good enough. That's
the abuse of anyone, players or refs or anyone shouldn't be allowed. And I've seen it creeping into the games, and I've seen it on the sideline in a lot of the club games around Connacht as well, where we have parents who are maybe new to the game. They have a daughter or son playing rugby now, which wouldn't have been before, and they may have been a GA or a soccer background where it's a little bit more I don't know, accepted or expected on the sideline that you'd be shouting things out. They did try the silent sideline in the GA. I know that a couple of years back. But
they're still trialing it in certain clubs.
Yeah, it's starting to creep in a bit, and we never really had it in. No, we never. Not really had it. We never had it in rugby where there was abuse of officials. No, you'd be shouting out and you'd be taking the piss, and you'd say, "Come on, ref! Jesus!" There'd be a bit of that, but there wasn't. There would be no one with such level of abuse that would cause a ref to retire.
Yeah,
which we had last season, and Chris Busby, wasn't it?
that was after the Henson incident. Yeah,
that the ref actually retired following that, and that was, well, it wasn't just abuse from or criticism by Mac Hansen. It was a lot of online trolls, keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call them, giving them abuse. And look, Mac was frustrated. He said what he said. Bundy was frustrated. He said and did what he did. But in my view, two fine players, but I expect better from them.
Yeah, because after all, they're that second kind of standard for all the other players.
I was saying it on Thursday night show last week. I met a mother who's one of her sons plays with my son for Galwegians, and her other son, he's at the age level below that, and he's captain of his team, and he was a little bit disgruntled, and he was given out apparently, and his mother was telling him, you can't be given out to the ref, and he was saying, well, Bundy was shouting at the ref, and she was trying to explain to him, this isn't acceptable, and it's not the sort of example we need to be setting for kids, given refs abuse and stuff like that.
I think sometimes you have to pick and choose who I suppose your leadership idol is, and kind of follow in their footsteps. I can understand where being I suppose Joy Bundyaki as a player and stuff like that, but maybe looking at the way Keane Pendergast handles his captaincy as a Connacht player, or maybe Ty Byrne, or even Richie McCall, and Paul O'Connor, who are two of my all-time favourite leaders on the rugby pitch. I try to be more like them in certain situations where you have to be a bit more diplomatic and level-headed, but still get the point across in the proper way.
I hear there's a lot of respect for what Keane Prendergast does in terms of his communications with the officials. They seem to like him, and they like his approach, and he doesn't go up to them with every single thing that happens, but he goes when he needs to, and he approaches in the right manner. So I hear a lot of good things, and he's a young man. He's a very young man. I think he's going to be a great leader.
A few more comments in here before I come to you, Lynn, regarding the Connacht game. Bevan, well done to Oisin McCormack on getting his first try for Connacht.
Yeah.
What a way to get in the 91st minute of a match.
Yeah.
We have, my heart is also torn with the news about Matthew Devine. I think he's making the right choice for him, but if Murphy leaves and Blade retires, then we only have Riley holding the fort at 9.
Yeah, but we have that what's the German lad's name again? Jesus. Bevan, I put it up on the thing there. What's his name? Give me a second. What's his name?
I know what they're about, yeah.
Linder, yeah. Albert Linder. He's from German extraction, but he's come through the squad or through the academy and that. So he looks like a fairly good prospect, to be honest.
Yeah. Peter Burke in here as well. Trolls abusing refs online is absolutely not on. Constructive criticism, okay, backed with receipts is acceptable. Our shows don't troll. We say how it is with evidence and an amount of genuine showmanship, which is true. Let's see. Yeah. Albert Lindner.
Compared to the chocolate empire, apparently.
Yeah. Len, I come for your thoughts on the Zebre Connacht game there now.
Nothing to do with chocolate, Bishop. No. Nothing to do with chocolate.
That's Lindor. Lindner.
Stuff I don't know. Yeah, look, I for me it was the match of the weekend. To be honest with you, I really enjoyed it. Mainly for the last 10 minutes because, look, as we said, it was 3-0 in the first half. Not for the want of trying. As I said, there was, Jack Angel was very fucking unlucky, and then that knock on. But look, the second half, fucking brilliant block down by Cottle Ford, and then Joe Joyce went over. Jansen had a try. Fucking Jansen
he's a machine.
He's brilliant. I thought himself and Cottle Ford were excellent on the night. Those two boys are really fucking progressing. And fucking Gilbert. I was talking there last week about his percentages. I was fucking way off.
He's 29 in a row now.
He's on 100%. Yeah. 29 out of fucking 29. Fucking brilliant. But yeah, why it was so good, it was that last 10 minutes. As James said, Zebre, we're going for the They lose a bonus point, and the lads wanted the fourth fucking try. And it was penalty, back to another penalty, scrum, penalty. And it was fucking amazing because what the game was all about. Neither of the two teams, both of them refused to kick it dead because both of them were playing for fucking something. It really embodied what fucking rugby is about. And to keep going, like the fucking lactic acid in those lads' legs after fucking, it was in 91 minutes and 20 seconds or something, was the final whistle went. I could see fucking, I was waiting for fucking Ben Whitehouse to fucking get on the radio up to the fucking team. Go, we getting fucking overtime for this, lads. But in fairness, I'll give him what you mentioned earlier. Fair fucks to him. The ball came off him, and he made a decision, called us, so we can't be having that. And he probably possibly could have fucking blown it up at that stage. But yeah, look, it was great to see, and I'm sure Lancaster must be absolutely thrilled. Not maybe by the overall fucking performance, but the fact that they stuck at it and got the bonus point.
Apparently, Len, the Tuesday training session is run by Stuart, and it's fairly intense, high intensity. It's all about stamina and all that. So they call it Tuesdays is Tuesdays. So apparently the lads are always dreading it. But it seems to tell in the fitness levels in the last 10 minutes or the extra 10 minutes of that game, Connacht had the stamina and the fitness to keep going and to get their bonus points. So it did pay off. So yeah, all credit to Stu for Tuesdays.
I like, in all fairness, Zebre are no pushovers anymore, and I actually think they play a nice brand of open kind of attacking rugby. They're a nice team to watch. Although you're probably aware of this, James, but there's rumours that Matt Ferguson is after being signed as the new scrum coach.
Yeah,
did you hear that? You did?
I hadn't heard
you didn't
that.
Hear it, no? Yeah.
No, I hadn't heard it. No.
Yeah. Well, look, he has done fucking wonders with Northampton, and fucking he's recently with Harlequins, and yeah, the news is that he's after signing for Connacht to replace Cully Tucker, who's going to the other 20s. So I mean, that is some fucking Connacht are doing some fucking signs at the moment.
Doing something right. They were big shoes to fill though with Cully leaving. So I'm delighted that they're getting.
Well, Ferguson is one of the best. In fairness, I don't think he could get much better.
Yeah, no, a few comments in here. Pauline Boland was very impressed with Sam Gilbert from Connacht, nailed all his conversions. Gregor Galway wanted to know, when was Sam qualified for Ireland? Sam Gilbert, that is. Do you know?
It'll be 3 years' time.
No, sure, that's a 5 years, I want it.
Is it? Unless we can find a
grandmother.
Some sort of relative,
some connection or other. And the Gilberts of Connemara isn't a very famous name out there anyway. I know that much.
Yeah.
They call him Gilly. So.
I suppose we can say. You wouldn't be willing to take him on as first cousin or anything like that, James, would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll adopt him.
Yeah, you can say that there's some mix up with paperwork. He's adopted by the Gilberts. He's actually a granddad, so there's the paperwork. Just don't turn it in crayons. Peter here said Len doing his best to up the fuck counter tonight, seeing as Matt is done.
Just
They've seen here Gregor Galway 2030. So yeah, it must be 5 years' time when he's qualified to play then, because since there's no kind of Irish parentage in there. So anyway, Pauline Boland, I've become his granny. Fair enough, Pauline. His grandmother, James, his first cousin.
What if he signs for Munster though, Pauline?
I think you agree with that.
I know we have to get something out of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Len, since I have you there, we'll move on to Leinster and Edinburgh. Leinster winning that one 28 points to 20.
Yeah, look, it was a close enough game. It was back and forth. It was a decent game. It was, decent game to watch. We've spoken about this last couple of weeks. Leinster they're not even an 80-minute team. They're a 90, 100-minute fucking team because they don't seem to fall off at all. They just stick to their processes and they seem to be grinding it. They've been going behind in the first half in numerous games. And there's no panic about them. They just keep going. They grind it out. I think they just fucking wear teams down, to be quite fucking honest with you.
Yeah.
Teams just nearly fucking give up at this stage. Look. What can you say? I thought Charlie Tector in a 10 had a very good game. In all fairness, he missed. I think he missed one or two of the conversions, but overall, I thought he had a pretty good game. Edinburgh were well up for it. First fucking try the match came from. I think Peter Burke was very, very conflicted. On one hand, you had his beloved Leinster, and then one of his favourite players, Johan van der Merwe, scoring against him. He didn't even know who to fucking cheer for, to be honest with you.
See, Johan van der Merwe is Burke's second favourite Scottish player.
Yeah,
the number one Scottish player.
Yeah, always and ever, yeah.
Yeah.
But there were some nice points, like fucking that block down by Deeney. Like there's a lot of fucking. We're seeing intercepts and fucking block downs and tries in matches. A lot of the four provinces are they're not a fucking sleep. Whether they win or lose or draw, they're like these players are clued in. So it bodes well for. Well, we'll probably come on to the Ireland. I think in a minute, but look, it was Leinster being Leinster, and what are they on the table? Second on the table now. They had a poor start to the season, and they've and fucking Usnov actually at the last. See that head contact with Usnov?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the lad has head. I don't mean this in a disparaging way, but he's a head like a fucking concrete block, maybe 3 concrete fucking blocks. He went in. He nearly took 2 of the fucking Edinburgh players out. I know Muncaster had to go off for a HIA. He didn't know where the fuck he was. But, the guy is he's some fucking unit.
Yeah, he is.
Unit.
Few comments in here. Doohead is a prancy pony.
Thanks, Gregor.
We know that, yeah.
Yeah. Pauline Boland in here in regards to Sam Gilbert. He can play for Munster then. So, yeah, Joe, we'll send another player up.
Hands off.
Let's see, you can have JJ Hanrahan in return if you want.
We had him already.
Oh,
we threw him back to you.
Must be Ulster's turn, is it?
Yeah. Maybe just ends. Leinster have become a 50-minute team. It seems like they don't like the first party and turn it on in the second party. Still not firing and operating at about 60%.
Yeah, but they're getting the job done, though. They're getting the job done, in fairness.
Yeah.
Although, in saying that, Edinburgh had that penalty right at the end for them. Was it a penalty or a conversion? It was conversion. Yeah, the conversion right at the end.
Yeah.
To lose a bonus point.
Yeah.
And was the worst. Fucking, I don't know, he must have miskicked it or fucking.
Yeah,
the ball, he was cutting fucking daisies with the fucking thing. It was, and like, what's your man's name? Cammy Scott.
Yeah, he shit his pants when he came to getting the losing bonus point. It was all on that kick. He just shit his pants.
Yeah. Well, yeah, look, I'm sure they're just things to work on, but they're happy enough. They're managing, no matter they may not be playing their best, but they're managing wins every week. So that's 10 on the trot, I think, is it?
It's a comment here from Nine Steins. Josh van der Fleer and Johan van der Merwe both came in very handy during the Lions tour. When you need 40 lads to transport around Australia, you can't have enough vans. James,
very good. I'll do the jokes around here if you don't mind now.
Yeah, I was going to say, James, that's right up your street there.
I think too, you should fucking pack it in, to be honest with you.
John Gillian sitting here says, still not convinced by Leinster. You won't get away with stuff like that playing against Bat or Bordeaux.
But they won't play like that against Bath or Bordeaux. That's
No, they
that's
won't.
the point.
No.
Yeah.
Now, do you know when to up their game and play for the full 80 when they have to, right? James, will come for your thoughts on the Leinster Edinburgh game. But Leinster win that one.
Yeah, it was a good game. Like I had a good few pints on me by the time that game come on. So I was chatting with a texting back and over with a friend of mine. He's a Leinster fan, Alan Kelly, and we were chatting back and over. He was very nervous in the first half, and I was saying, I was saying, look, it's going to be a tight game, but I think Leinster will pull away in the second half, and that's exactly how it happened. And I texted him, halfway through the second half, and I said, normal service has been resumed, which was pretty much it. They just knew when to kick it up a gear, but having said that, fairness to Edinburgh, they put up a good fight. They played a lot better than I thought they would, yeah, I don't know if you could say they scared Leinster, but they gave them something to think about at half time anyway, so they did.
Yeah, there was a game in it at half time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's do this, and let's usually kind of get it out anyway at the end.
Yeah, they're becoming very fucking, regardless of who's in the squad, they're becoming very ruthless on the 5 meter line. There never seems to be any panic. The slow build up, they seem to pick the right options. It is not often you get a held up ball. They pick their spots and they get over at the right time. So
Peter here as well saying, I was at the Leinster game, and one thing that was annoying was how narrow Leinster were out wide. Now, I didn't know Peter was at the game. He told us nothing about it. I said, next thing we know, he's saying the press passing is up at the press box, hobnobbing it with all the journals there and stuff like that. So, but if I think about his commentary about Leinster being a bit too narrow.
Who, me?
Any of you?
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Well, we're not really bothered. Go on, carry on. We couldn't give
James,
a shit.
James, you're after muting yourself there. You know that.
Yeah, I did, because my daughter and my wife are just back. My daughter was at training, so I got given out to last week for having doors banging in the background. So I said I'd just put it on mute for a second. But yeah, who cares?
Yeah, make sure she keeps
narrow or wide, they still won.
That's a Peter problem. We don't really use. Look, in all fairness, when you're sitting up at the height in the stand, you will see things. You will cop stuff like that a lot more than you will when you're watching it on the TV.
Yeah, that's the one thing. There's a lack of oxygen up there as well, which might explain a few things.
Come on, you get your own personal oxygen tanks up there when you're that high. By the way, James, can you tell your daughter to keep the squeaky toys away from Hugo as well?
Yeah, we have the squeaky toys removed to the other room, but Hugo is here hovering in the background. He did all the analysis on the Leinster game, so he told me what he thought of it before I came on.
Before we move on, there's a comment here by Bevan, which goes in nicely for the next game we'll be reviewing. I forgot about that. They mentioned during the Connacht match that Josh Ione was going to Ulster. So, with that said, we have Ulster beating Cardiff 21-14. James, you didn't see that game or anything, did you?
I did. I saw that game, all right, yeah. I saw it with one eye closed because I was double fucking. I've seen double at that stage.
Jesus Christ! What kind of a fucking lightweight are you?
I can't remember a whole lot.
He's a back. What do you expect?
But I did see the game, and yeah, good performance by Ulster, and if Joshua Ione is going to Ulster, good luck to him.
Len, your thoughts on the Ulster Cardiff game?
Yeah, some of us have a better disposition.
In order you can hold the beer.
Well, look, the highlight of that game fucking was, right? Angus Bell's fucking try at start.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember that.
Unfucking it has got such airplay on social media, but I was watching on the fucking television and I went, holy fuck.
I sobered up when I saw that one then.
He was, in fairness, he was like fucking flatly, you know, for a fucking prop, left, right, chinking out. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
That was better than Tig step in the middle of the field against the French that time. Remember?
Yeah, like he
That
deserves
was-
all the fucking plaudits he gets for it, because it was a fantastic try, brilliant, absolutely fucking brilliant. But look, I don't know, it was a good game. Both teams were up first. It was back and forth. I thought Cardiff kicked away an awful lot of fucking possession, and it got very little in return from it. But all in all, both sides were fairly balanced for the first half. But Ulster had a 14-point cushion they had. Cardiff came back then in the second half with a hell of a lot of pressure, less kicking and kind of more phase play. And they were maybe 15 minutes in, they got a try back, but yeah, it ebbed and fucking flowed. I thought Shanahan was a little bit of a liability. He at one stage there was a break by Matthew Dalton, and he offloaded to him, and Shanahan just fucking dropped it before the line. And then when they were trying hard to get the bonus point, later on, it was Shanahan couldn't seem to dig the ball out of the base of the fucking ruck. And another stage, they were lucky they had advantage, because he did then get the ball out and he knocked it on out of his fucking hands. And then he was eventually pinged then for placing the ball when he was off his fucking feet. So Shanahan is not a young player. He's not new to the scene. And I thought you can criticize him because I think he's over 100 caps for Ulster, in all fairness.
Yeah.
He you know, I think if he had fucking Doak or somebody in their place or whatever it was, it would have made a difference. But they were probably they probably deserved the bonus point.
I think wasn't Shannon out for a while? Was that one of his first games back? And
it was, but
he was well off the pace of the game.
Yeah, he had too many mistakes. Like, I mean, fucking Dalton was absolutely fucking phenomenal. Danny, did you see the game?
I didn't have a chance to see any of it, to be honest with you, because I'm so busy Saturday evening and the last couple of days. I didn't get a chance to watch much of it. I would say I do know one or two Ulster lads. They're not big fans of Dan Shanahan as a scrum half. You know, they say he's great, you know, as an emergency cover, but you know, he's not. That's about it. You know, when they're really stuck for a scrum half, he'll do.
That's why they're bringing in Matty Devine from Connacht.
Yeah, I saw that there. All right, and he signed the right for Ulster.
Yeah.
So
Dalton with his Tom Selleck fucking moustache. He was player of the match. You had fucking Angus Bell with the dancing prop, and then you had Dalton, the moving tash, was hitting everything around him. His fucking carries were fucking fantastic, and actually, I think Dalton got man of the match. Again, I think the Tash won it for him. But like it was a good game. And they're now what? Where are they on the table now? Third, fourth, is it?
Right, somewhere around there. I haven't seen the table in a while anyway. I'll move on to a few comments. Niall Steins, I was at the match too. My thoughts were that I was really looking forward to the RDS being back next season. That crowd in the RDS, the atmosphere would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
Me and Viva 5 out of 10. Let's see.
It's too big, yeah.
Yeah. Gregor here, did anyone see Holly catching the ball at the line?
Yeah, it did actually, yeah. It was hilarious. Fucking great catch altogether. It was thrown to the back. She had blown the whistle and it was thrown to the back of the line out, and she caught it one-handed, I think. Fucking brilliant.
Dave Vance here's us says, I can't believe Ulster let Dalton go a few years ago. And then he came back. But like, if you look at Harry Byrne and his own, so it was Bristol Bears last season, and then him coming back to Leinster, maybe that's what he needed to get to where he is now.
Maybe. Yeah.
Situation with Dalton, Joe.
Yeah. Well, he played like a guy on fire at the weekend, in fairness to him.
Yeah. Lads, I suppose we'll move on with a few previews of the 3 games coming up now the weekend. Claire Devaney, our admin here, has said that she's created a fantasy
A
Six
fantasy
Nations.
rugby game, yeah.
There's a link in the group on Claire's profile if anyone wants to go check it and join that fantasy league. I think Peter was saying that he will have Finn Russell starting and captaining the team, and was bitterly disappointed that Van der Merwe was removed from the Scotland squad. So, hopefully he'll have someone else, to come in and take up to this. Maybe someone like Marcus Smith or someone else like that. I don't see him picking too many Leinster players. I think it's stick with more of got space kind of stuff. But we'll go on to Thursday night's game, which is a pain of a night to have it on. And James, will come to you first on your thoughts of France versus Ireland. It's dead difference.
Yeah, this is the Grand Slam game, isn't it? Whoever wins this is money on for the Grand Slam. Yeah. We have a raft of injuries and a raft of there's a meme going around there. I robbed it off another side and I posted it on our group there today about a cartoon image of Andy Farrell sitting in the middle of it. It's fine and everything on fire around him. Bundy banned, Hansen injured, about 10 or 12 of our top more senior players all out and unavailable. Now, having said that, I think it's a great opportunity for the younger lads to put their hand up.
If they're played.
Well, I hope they will be played, and I hope they put their hand. They take the opportunity to put their hand up. It's going to be a big ask. France in Stade France with a depleted armory. I think it's a lot to ask, but I'm very hopeful.
Yeah.
And Thursday night, we look as we said in the show, France have never beaten Ireland in Paris on a Thursday night before.
Because they probably never played the Thursday night before.
Correct, Eddie. Correct.
That's a shite joke, James. Absolutely.
Well, it's not mine. I just robbed. I robbed it. What you call it? Matt Boland made that on Thursday. I just robbed it.
Well, they've never lost on a Thursday night either. So there you go.
It was Dara. Sorry, Dara. I robbed Dara's joke.
Ned, your thoughts on the Ireland France game coming up Thursday night?
I don't fucking know. At this stage, I haven't a fucking clue. If Gary Thornley is to be believed, he's given his prediction and he is Low in.
Yeah.
Whether Low is in or not, we don't know. This is only his guess. But Jerry's not very rarely too far away from the truth. He hadn't always been right, in fairness, as it was Gregor Galway put it up on the group there this morning.
I saw it, yeah.
Like I don't think, like Jim said about youth getting a chance. Lowe has been off form. And let's be honest about it. I don't think any of the three of us would disagree. He's been off form. And it's not that he doesn't have fucking options there. He has a shitload of options there on the wing. Pick Bolton, pick Ward, pick Kilgallen, pick Kenny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be my view. But okay, who knows? Ringrose hasn't been exactly lightened up either. You know, you've maybe the younger lads, like somebody mentioned Tom Farrell, but like Tom Farrell is not, and don't get me wrong, because Tom Farrell is playing fucking fantastic for Munster and he's a brilliant signing, but his age profile is against him. So if you're going to play lads, you got to go for youth that will be there in 6-7 years' time.
For 2027 World Cup cycle.
Well, at least for the 2027 World Cup, at least for that and beyond it. So, I don't know. Look, we'll wait and see. But I think Murray Kinsella is going with Stockdale, is in.
Yeah. So there's a few comments in here. Bevan, this has been a blessing that players are injured, as it gives us the opportunity to blood new players Also, from what I've heard, if there are any more injuries in that Ireland squad, the replacement players will be from the Ireland 15 team. So at least we know what we are up against.
Mhm.
Which I say,
Maybe, maybe, but then, and this is looked at, lads. This is not the fucking reigniting the 10 debate. But again, we're hearing that Prendergast is going to start against France. In my view, I would pick any of the other three lads to start against France.
I would have thought Ross would be
Harry
would have been starting
Jack,
against France.
Kieran,
That's no form at all.
any the three. And don't get me wrong, because Sam's a great player, but the problem is, and it's nothing to do with his tackling, he just isn't a robust player. You know what I mean? And I think against France, you need a physical 10. So I would have picked any of the other fucking three. Now, Osborne, again, is rumoured to be starting at full back. Osborne hasn't played a game in 3 months. So, you know, look, hey, we're only giving our opinions here. And I'm sure the only reason Andy hasn't named the team yet is he's tuning in tonight to see what we have to say first.
Osborne,
we're
bounced into the Osborne
opinion.
decision,
and,
though.
Like, Frawley has been sent back from the camp. And in my opinion, you have Frawley there, a guy. Osborne comes in, he doesn't play well for whatever reason. You know, it's his first game back after 3 months. At least if you bring Frawley off the fucking bench, there's a guy that can play 10, 12, and 15. And likewise, Jack can play 10, 12, and 15. So in my view, start fucking maybe Harry. And I know I have either the two lads on the bench to cover it, or start Jack and have Frawley on the bench there, or Burn on the bench, because it looks like they're going to 6-2 split. So we haven't. If you're going to only 6-2, one of those guys has to be fucking able to cover 3 positions.
At least, yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Peter in here saying JJ Kenny over Low all day.
Any day,
yeah. Polly Boland said he will definitely lose if Stabis pick bring on Harry. I wouldn't entirely agree with you, Pauline. I think our chances of winning might go down a bit if Pendergast picked, because, as Dad was saying, he's maybe not the most physical thing on the defensive side of the ball. But personally, I'd either be going Frawley, or Bird, and I would probably go with the starting 10.
Well, Frawley's out of the mix because he's back into the early.
That's what we're saying. Why would you send them? So would you send them back? To me, it doesn't make any sense. But hey, I ain't getting paid the big bucks.
For me, it'll be Burns starting with Jack Crowley on the bench.
Let's see. Frawley will be in the 15 squad, but it's the most ridiculous choice. Should have put Osborne in the 15 squad instead. That I would actually agree with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good shout, Bevan.
Yeah, because she is right, Joe. Because I remember when I was with Killarney, this is going back years and years ago. Sometimes if a player was off for a long period of time for various reasons, you'd stick them in the A squad, give them a bit of game time, see what they're like, and then funnel them up to the main squad if they felt the coach was happy, or if they felt they needed a bit more time.
Like Frawley is a solid fucking 15. He's played there enough. You know what I mean? He's well. Look, I don't fucking know. We'll wait and see. Look, we're only surmising. The team hasn't been named yet, but just going on. And also, again, according to Jerry Thornley, is that Milne will start at Loosehead, and to me that doesn't really make a hell of a lot of fucking sense, because Lockman. And Lockman is supposedly on the bench, but Lockman has played a lot more rugby than Milne, and he's playing good fucking rugby at the moment. So why you'd start Milne over? Look, again, the intricacies of the fucking thing. Oh yeah, and just going back to the Munster game, I fucking have to fucking say it, but our scrum was doing, I think we fucking ended up 67% fucking scrum success on the night. And that would have been mostly when fucking Jaeger was on before he went after 17 minutes.
Yeah.
In came Al Alatoa, and things just went fucking tits up. Well, at least our lineup wasn't too bad, but like has to be sorted.
Yeah, I got to one last comment here before I ask for your predictions. Joe Lyons, Jack, too much of a liability with kicking and every point will count. Harry, not adaptable in other positions. Sam has to start as he will keep France honest with his ability to kick field position. There's a fair argument for all three lads there to start in the 10.
Jeez, I'm glad I'm not our head coach picked that lot.
Yeah, because like I said, there's good and bad for each of them, lads. So I'll come to your predictions now in a second. But Peter has a prediction. My predictions are legendary, so I'm going to say France by 20 points.
Come on, Peter. Come on.
His prediction is what?
They're legendary for getting it wrong.
Yeah, normally when Peter says, "Oh, this team to win," you automatically back the other team because.
And what did he go with? France by 20 points.
France by 20.
Yeah. So
you know the funny thing is this time you might actually be right. Unfortunately.
What you say? A broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
I hope this will be one of the times. Len, I'll ask for your prediction on the Ireland-France game. And who will win it?
Yeah, look, as I say, we still haven't seen the teams yet, so like it's a shot in the dark, so we don't actually know. But balance of probability is it's France's to lose. To be quite honest with you, hopefully not, because as James said, you know, if we win this, it changes the whole complexion of the series. So I'm fucking really hoping it's an Ireland win, but it's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, James, your thoughts on who will win the Ireland-France game?
Yeah, it's a big ask, as I said in Stade de France v Paris first game as well. We typically don't start the Six Nations well, and that worries me a little bit. We're into one of the our two toughest games are the first two games, France and England. So, Jesus, I'd love to think Ireland's going to win this by 3 points, but France could easily win it by 20.
Gregor Galway going with a France win, and Joe Lyons again. Big thing not mentioned is maybe Keane will be starting, and that could make a huge psychological difference for Sam.
Good, yeah, that's actually not a bad point.
Yeah,
there's a strong possibility Keane Prendergast will start.
Lewis in here saying, "Yeah, he's wrong. France by 30." We'll go to your two games that will come up the weekend as well, lads. Brosnan, you're never in any A side. Well, maybe for drinking. For drinking, that was our A side. To drinking pints and eating burgers. The occasional bit of rugby. That's Friday night. We have the Ireland 15 versus their English counterparts in Thomond Park. James, how do you see that one going?
I'll go down to that one. Myself and my daughter are going to go to that one. We'll be in the West Stand. I think it's going to be a cracker of a match. I don't know much about the England A squad, but we have, I think it's 5 Connacht players on the Ireland 15. And I'm very excited to see how they go. I think Jansen is going to have a great game. He could be the winner of the game for us. I'm going to go with Ireland on this one. Yeah,
even though England seem to have named a very good squad for that A international, they use as a proper feeder to their main squad.
But it's in the moment.
Yeah. So how do you think then Ireland 15 versus England A? Who do you see winning that one?
All the way. All the way. Like, this isn't the Mickey Mouse fucking 15 in all fucking fairness.
Yeah.
Like, as James just said, Johnson's there fucking tearing up trees at the moment. He's fucking brilliant. And like, sorry, excuse me. You know, these are not fringe players. Like, some of these players that are on this squad quite possibly should be being picked at the weekend. So, yeah, I'm going with Ireland. Now, likewise, England have a pretty strong team. Similar, but I'm going with Ireland.
Yeah. Last one of the weekend on Saturday, the under-20s, France versus Ireland. Then we're going for that one. Cully Tucker's first match as the under-20s coach, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Again, tough ask, but The French, you just don't fucking know when they travel, do you? It's an old fucking adage, but it's fucking true.
Yeah,
And a
France.
wet windy night now won't help either. So I'm going to go with an Ireland win on this one as well.
James, the under-20s.
Yeah, I think Cully will have his homework done, and he'll have them boys in good shape. And as I say, the French, if we get in the French heads in the first 5 or 10 minutes, they'll collapse because the French are fairly fragile, and at that age group, they're going to be very fragile. So I think Ireland win.
A couple of last comments before I wrap it up, lads. Peter Burke was then ringing a bell for service there.
Yes. You just can't get the help these days, Peter.
And especially with young lads. Bev Emery says she'll go for a France, an Ireland 15 win, and an Ireland under 20s win.
I think she could be right.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, it's France at home, of course, for the under 20s.
Yeah, sure.
is
it? I thought it was.
No, France at home.
Oh, sorry, I did. So we're traveling. Sorry, I was.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, what's it? No, sorry. It's Andrew Brown who is the coach of the under 20s this season. Sorry,
Colley's for the under is for the Ireland 15s.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Was that right? No, I thought Colley's. That's the reason he's leaving. He's taking over the Ireland under 20s.
I think it's the Ireland 15 that he's taken.
But we see about the under 15 at the weekend.
Bevan will probably know. She is Andrew Brown. He's the under 20s this season.
Yeah. So unless Cully is leaving Cork at the end of the season, then he's taking over.
Oh yeah. You mean that? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Well, like that in the long term. Yeah, that's Colley's taking over the under 20s. That's what he's leaving. Yeah.
Andrew Brown is just in there just for the Six Nations, and that's it then. And they just probably take over. I thought Cully Tucker was taking over the under 20s, but I thought he was leaving Connacht early to take the job in time. But obviously, let's see. Oh, he's Ireland under 20s coach for next season, but Ireland 15 for this season. So Bevan, I knew you'd.
So we were all right and we were all wrong.
Yeah. You know what? It takes a moment to correct the lot of us. But thank you very much, Bev. We do appreciate you clarifying that for us, all right? Yeah. I suppose we will call.
She knows her stuff, I'll tell you that. She knows her stuff. Does Bev.
You know what? That's the one thing I like about our group and the people coming in here, commenting on the page during these shows, is that if we are wrong, we'll know someone else that does know what's going on.
In other words, they all know more than fucking we do.
yeah.
We're only here for the beer.
Yeah. We're going to talk drinking beer. That's about it. Before I forget, there is a change to our schedule this week. Since Ireland are playing Thursday night, our usual Thursday night show is actually going to be on this Wednesday night instead at 8:30. So just make sure there is that correction there, because we don't want anything overlapping with the game itself. We don't want to be. We do want to sit back and enjoy and watch the game ourselves. So Peter will be hosting Wednesday night. Now, Len, James, it's been a pleasure. And until next week and the next time you're on, I will see you then. All right.
Take care. Good luck, Danny. Well done.